At your call.
I'm here to help.
Yes, my friend. I am your servant. What ails you? Yes, my friend. Is someone injured?
Hello.
What ails you? As you wish.
I'm glad you're here.
Out with it. It has begun.
You called?
Who are you?
Your move.
What's your name?
Justice shall be done.
I?
I stand for the light. A sound plan.
I am not afraid. It shall be done. For my people. It shall be done. For honor. As you wish. Let me face the peril.
On your mark.
Yes, my friend. I am your servant.
Greetings, my lord.
What trouble? How can this old one help? If it must be done, I'll do my best.
Welcome to our village.
I'm glad you're here.
My talents are yours. Yes, right away. Indeed. A fateful choice.
Is my aid required? Of course. As you wish. Of course. I am your servant. As you wish. Is someone injured?
What would you ask of me?
Is there danger? Certainly.
I'm coming through!
Enlighten me.
Nature is restless.
You called? My talents are yours.
My bidding. Out with it. For my brothers.
The light is my strength. Of course.
Waiting on you.
My ancestors.
The time is now.
What troubles you?
I'll look into
What
it
ails
myself.
you? Of course.
I'm glad you're here. Let me face
Is there
the peril.
danger?
What would you ask of me?
Yes, my friend.
I'm here to help.
I?
The light is my strength. I stand for the light. A sound plan.
Give me something to do! Out of my way!
Justice shall be done. Certainly, for honor. Certainly, for honor. A sound plan. For honor. A sound plan. Certainly, a sound plan. Of course. Certainly. Of course. Certainly. A sound plan. For honor. Of course. A sound plan. Certainly.
If you want.
Of course. Certainly. For honor. A sound plan.
Yes, me lord.
Of course. Certainly. A sound plan. Of course. A sound plan. Of course. Certainly. For honor. A sound plan. Of course. For honor. Certainly. For honor. A sound plan. For honor. Of course. Certainly. Of course. A sound plan. Certainly. Of course. Certainly. Of course. For honor. I stand for the light. Of course. A sound plan. Of course. For honor. A sound plan. For honor. Of course. Certainly. For honor. Certainly. For honor. Of course. Certainly. A sound plan. For honor. A sound plan. For honor. A sound plan. Of course. Certainly. For honor. Of course. For honor. Certainly. For honor. Certainly. For honor. A sound plan.
More word.
For honor. Certainly. Of course. For honor. Certainly.
I am
a
honored.
sound plan. Certainly. A sound plan.
I come
Of
to
course.
cleanse this land.
For honor. Of course.
This better
A
be
sound
good.
plan. For honor. Certainly. Of course. Certainly. For honor. Certainly. A sound plan.
Right.
Certainly. A sound plan. For honor. Certainly. A sound plan. For honor.
Right.
Certainly. Of course. A sound plan. Certainly. Of course.
Aye? Brilliant! I'm coming through!
I am not afraid.
Is there something amiss?
What ails you? As you wish.
Is there danger? Certainly.
Let me investigate.
I'm here to help. I stand for the light. Of course. A sound
Let's
plan.
do this.
Of course. Certainly.
Yes, my
Make
friend.
it fast.
Let's do
Justice
this.
shall be done.
Betrayer of the light.
Foul day. For honor.
You are past redemption.
I stand for the light. A sound plan. Certainly. Of course. A sound plan. For honor.
Feel my wrath.
Is my aid.
I'm here to help.
That's good.
Justice shall be done. Of course.
You are past redemption. Feel my wrath.
My talents are lost. That sounds logical.
Aye? Brilliant!
I've been thinking.
What ails you?
Hello.
My talents are yours.
Yes, my friend.
Vitae delelun.
I've been thinking. Is there something amiss? Yes, right away. That sounds logical. A fateful choice. Indeed. A fateful choice. Yes, right away. Indeed. That sounds logical. A fateful choice.
Let me investigate. Justice shall be swift. Understood. I can taste their fear. I am the iron hand of justice. Justice shall be swift.
My talents are yours. I've been thinking. Indeed. That sounds logical.
Let's do this.
I stand for the light. For honor. A sound plan.
My talents are yours.
Justice shall be done. For honor.
Betrayer of the light.
My brothers. In the Raven's name.
I'm here to help. Of course. Certainly. For honor. A sound plan. Certainly. Of course. A sound plan. For honor. A sound plan. For honor. A sound plan. Certainly. A sound plan. For honor. Of course. A sound plan. For honor. Certainly. For honor. A sound plan. Of course. Certainly. A sound plan. For honor. Of course. Certainly. Of course.
Wait till you see me in action.
Is there danger? For honor.
Out with it.
The light is my strength. Certainly.
Welcome to our village.
Ashvalano. I can taste their fear. Understood. Justice shall be swift. I can taste their fear. Vitae delelun. Let the hunt begin.
What would you ask of me? Give me something to do!
I stand for the light.
I bid you.
You called?
The light is my strength. For honor. A sound plan.
What ails you?
Is there danger? Certainly. For my father. Feel my presence. I'm here to help.
You are past redemption. Betrayer of the light.
Hello.
I stand for the light. For honor.
Ashvalano.
I'm here to help. For my father, the king. Certainly.
Betrayer of the light. Justice is come. Feel my wrath.
Of course. For honor. Certainly. For honor. Of course.
Betrayer of the light.
The light is my strength. Foul name.
You are past redemption.
Certainly. For honor. Certainly. Of course. A sound plan. Certainly. Foul name.
Betrayer of the light.
Of course.
You are past actual call. Aye?
Is there danger?
Welcome to our village.
I stand for the light. Certainly. Of course. A sound plan. For my father, the king. Feel my wrath. What's trouble? Is there danger?
Betrayer of the light.
I'm here to help.
Shame.
The light.
Out with it.
Hello.
How may I aid you?
I stand for
Yes,
the
my
light.
friend. Of course.
Give me something to do.
Your move. Done.
The light is my strength. Certainly.
Greetings, my lord.
Let me investigate.
I am prepared.
Welcome to our village.
Let me face the peril.
Justice shall be done.
How can this old
Is
one
someone
help?
injured?
Tell me.
Who threatens the wilds?
I am the iron hand
something
of
amiss?
justice.
Point the way.
Is there danger? For honor. Of course. A sound plan. Certainly.
Give me something to do.
Let me investigate.
Justice shall be done. Of course.
You are past resistance. Justice is
A sound plan.
I'll do my best. Blood for blood! For victory!
I'm glad you're here.
My talents are yours.
Enlighten me.
What ails you?
Wait till you see
The
me in
light is
action.
my
At
strength.
your call.
I am the iron hand of justice.
How may I
Hello.
aid you?
I am prepared.
Tell me.
You called?
Justice shall be done. Of course. I'm here to help. For honor. Of course. A sound plan. I stand for the light. The light is my strength. For honor. Certainly. A sound plan.
Betrayer of the light.
Justice is come. Of course.
Betrayer of the light.
I am not afraid.
I stand for the light.
What would you ask of me?
I'm here to help. Certainly.
By the spirits.
At your call.
The light is my strength. Of course. Certainly. For honor. Of course. Certainly. For honor. Of course. Certainly. Of course. A sound plan. For honor. Certainly. A sound plan. Certainly. A sound plan. Of course. For honor. Certainly.
Hello. Hey.
Is there danger? I'm here to help. Of course. A sound plan. The light is my strength. For honor. Justice shall be done. Certainly. Of course. A sound plan. For honor. Certainly. For honor. Certainly. I'm here to help. A sound plan. For honor. Certainly. A sound plan. Of course. For honor. Of course. Certainly. Of course. A sound plan. For honor. Certainly. For honor.
Give me something to do!
What would you ask of me?
Is there danger?
I am not afraid.
I stand for the light. Of course.
Let me face the peril.
The light is my strength.
Aye?
Ashvalano.
I'm here to help. The light is my strength. A sound plan. For honor. Of course. Certainly. A sound plan.
You are past the
Feel my wrath. For honor. A sound plan. Of course. Justice has come. Is there danger? For honor. Certainly. Of course. For honor. Foul. Feel my wrath.
Give me something to do!
The light is my strength. I'm here to help. Certainly. A sound plan. For honor.
I've been
Point the
thinking.
way.
I stand for the light. Of course. A sound plan. Of course. Certainly. A sound plan. Of course. For honor. Justice has come. A sound plan. Of course. Certainly. For honor. Foul name. Of course. A sound plan. Of course. A sound plan. For honor. A sound plan.
Betrayer of the light.
Feel my wrath. Of course. Foul. For honor. Justice has come. I'm here to help. Justice shall be done. I'm here to help.
I am your servant.
The light is my strength. Justice shall be done. Of course. A sound plan. Of course. Certainly. Of course. Certainly. A sound plan. Certainly. A sound plan. Of course. A sound plan. Of course. For honor. A sound plan. Certainly. For honor. Of course. For honor. Certainly. Of course. A sound plan. For honor. Certainly. For my father, the king. Of course. Foul knave. Feel my wrath. For honor. A sound plan. Foul knave. For honor. Justice is come. Betrayer of the light. Feel my wrath. Foul knave.
What would you ask of me?
I stand for the light. A sound plan. Of course. For honor. A sound plan. Justice shall be done. Certainly. Of course. A sound plan. Of course. Feel my wrath.
Make your peace in the Raven's name. No quarter.
The light is my strength.
We will share our ways. If it must be done, I'm needed once again.
Is there danger? A sound plan. For my father, the king. You are past redemption. For honor. Certainly. Feel my wrath. Justice is come.
Let me face the peril.
Out with it.
My ancestors
Is there something
call.
amiss?
Justice shall be done. A sound plan. Of course. For my father, the king. A sound plan. Feel my wrath.
So shall it be.
Of course. For my father, the king.
Nature is restless.
I stand for the light. For honor. Of course. A sound plan. Certainly. For honor. Of course. A sound plan. Of course. The light is my strength. A sound plan. Certainly. Of course. Certainly.
At your call.
Justice shall be done. Of course. Certainly. Feel my wrath. Of course. Foul knave. A sound plan. You are past redemption. Of course. For honor.
Let me investigate.
Is there danger? Of course.
Have you reached a verdict?
I stand for the light. A sound plan. For honor.
Let me investigate.
Let me face the peril.
Our forces are under attack!
I'm here to help. Is there danger? Of course. Certainly. For honor. course. Certainly. For honor. Foul name. The light is my strength. Justice come.
You are past.
Certainly. Is there danger? I'm here to help. Of course. For honor. Of course. For honor. Of course. Certainly. For honor. A sound plan.
Greetings, my lord.
I stand for the light. I'm here to help. Of course. For honor. Of course. Certainly. For honor. Certainly. Of course. A sound plan. Of course. For honor. A sound plan. For honor.
Forward.
Of course. For honor. Of course. For honor. A sound
To
plan.
cleanse this land.
Of course. A sound plan. Of course. For honor. Of course. A sound plan. For honor. Certainly. For honor. A sound plan. Certainly. A sound plan. Of course. Certainly. Of course.
I am not afraid.
Wait till you see me in action.
Ashvalano.
Yes, my friend. Of course.
On your mark.
Command me.
Enlighten me.
My talents are yours. My strength is yours.
Hello.
What troubles you?
Justice shall be done. Is there danger?
Is there something amiss?
What would you ask of me?
Give me something to do.
Justice shall be done. For honor. A sound plan. Certainly. A sound plan. Certainly.
Betrayer of the light.
For my father, the king. For honor.
If it must be done, I will do what I can. Blood for blood! I'm needed once again. I will try, if it must be done. I'm needed once again.
Of course. A sound plan. Of course. For honor. A sound plan. For honor. A sound plan. Of course. Certainly. Of course. For honor. A sound plan. For honor. Of course. A sound plan. For honor. Is there danger?
I am honored.
Of course. A sound plan. Out with it.
Who are you? Hello.
The light is my strength.
Hey.
Justice shall be done.
My talents are yours.
Let me face the peril. What would you ask of me?
Is there danger? For honor. A sound plan.
Something
Of course.
is amiss.
Certainly. For honor. Certainly. What? For honor. Of course. A sound plan. For honor. Certainly. For honor. Of course. Certainly. Of course.
Hello.
For honor. Of course. Certainly. Of course. For honor. A sound plan. The light is my strength. For honor. Of course.
I am the iron hand of
Is there
justice.
danger? Certainly. A sound plan.
Give me something to do!
Let me face the peril.
I stand for the light. Certainly. For honor. Certainly. Of course.
Betrayal of light. Feel my wrath.
Foul. A sound plan. For honor. Of course. For honor. A sound plan. For honor. A sound plan.
What would you ask
The
of
light
me?
is my strength.
Wait till you see me in
Glad you're
Is there
here.
danger? For honor. Of course. A sound plan. For honor.
Locked and
Certainly.
loaded!
Of course. Certainly.
deliver.
For honor. Of course.
Let's get
A
going.
sound plan. Certainly.
Just do it.
A sound plan. Of course. Certainly. Of course. A sound plan. Of course. Foul knave. Certainly. Of course. Certainly. For honor. Certainly. A sound plan. Of course. Certainly. A sound plan. Of course. A sound plan. For honor. A sound plan. For honor. A sound plan. For honor. A sound plan. Of course. Certainly. For honor. Of course. For honor. What? Of course. What? For honor. Of course. A sound plan. For honor. Of course. Certainly. Of course. A sound plan. Certainly. For honor. A sound plan. For honor. A sound plan. For honor. A sound plan.
What is it?
Justice shall be done. Certainly. For honor. A sound plan.
I am prepared.
Tell me.
Is there danger? Certainly. Of course. A sound plan. Certainly. For honor. Feel my wrath. Of course. You are past redemption. For my father, the king. Feel my wrath. I stand for the light. Certainly. Of course. Certainly.
Is my aid required?
Right away. I'm here to help.
Hold him away!
Justice shall be done.
I am not afraid. For honor.
I stand for the light. Justice is come. Foul. Justice is come.
Welcome to our village. Hello.
I'm here to help. Of course. For honor. A sound plan. Certainly. Feel my wrath. Foul name.
Understood. I am the law.
Aye?
Justice shall be done. For honor.
Betrayer of the light.
Of course.
You are past redemption.
Certainly. For honor.
Justice is come.
Foul name. For my father, the king. Foul name. For my father, the king. Certainly.
Wait till you see me in action.
Is there danger?
Justice is come.
Justice shall be done. A sound plan. Feel my wrath. Foul name. For my father, the king. Feel my wrath. The light is my strength.
Let
the
me
spirits.
investigate.
Justice shall be done.
What would you ask of me?
I'm here to help.
I am not afraid.
I stand for the light. Of course. A sound plan. Of course. Foul name. Feel my wrath. For my father, the king.
Betrayer of the light. You are past redemption.
I'm here to help. The light is my strength. Certainly. A sound plan. For honor. Of course. Certainly. For honor. Of course. A sound plan.
Just do it. Let's get going.
Have you reached a verdict? I can taste their fear.
Who
threatens the wilds.
Enlighten me.
Justice shall be done.
Just do it. Ben Thy Delelu.
Welcome to our village.
Ashvalano.
Hello. Welcome to our village.
I am the Iron Hand of Justice.
Greetings, my lord.
Ashvalano.
Hello.
Just
I'm
do
here
it.
to help. The light is my strength.
Stand and deliver.
Of course.
Locked and loaded!
I stand for the light.
Locked and loaded!
The light is my strength. Justice is come. You are past redemption.
Let me face the peril.
Justice shall be done. Betrayer of the light. You are past redemption. Of course. A sound plan.
Yes, my friend.
I'm here to help. For honor. Of course. For honor. Certainly. For honor. A sound plan.
Ben Thy Delelu.
Justice shall be done. Betrayer of the light. Certainly. Justice is come. A sound plan. For my father the king. Foul name. For honor. A sound plan. Certainly. Of course. You are past redemption. Justice is come. Feel my wrath. Foul name.
Greetings, my lord.
Let me investigate.
Welcome to our village.
I am prepared.
Is there danger? For honor. A sound plan. Certainly. A sound plan. For my father. For honor. Justice is come. Betrayer of the light. Feel my wrath. Of course. For honor. A sound plan. Certainly. A sound plan. For honor. A sound plan. Certainly. Of course. For honor. For my father. Foul name. For my father the king. Foul name. A sound plan. Justice shall be done.
I am not afraid.
I am the Iron Hand of Justice.
Hello.
Have you reached a verdict?
Welcome to our village. Greetings, my lord. Just do it.
Locked and loaded!
I've been thinking.
Thy bidding.
Hello.
The light is my strength. Certainly. I stand for the light. Of course. Certainly. Of course. Certainly. Of course.
You are past death.
Let me investigate.
Is there danger? From the father, the king. Foul knave. I'm here to help. For honor. A sound plan. Of course. A sound plan. Of course. A sound plan. For honor. Certainly. A sound plan. For honor. A sound plan. Certainly. Of course. For honor. Certainly. A sound plan. For honor. Of course. A sound
Locked
plan.
and loaded!
Certainly. A sound plan. Certainly. For
Stand
honor.
and deliver.
Of course. For honor.
I'm glad you're here. At your call. I'm glad you're here.
Is there danger? Certainly. For honor. Certainly. For honor. A sound plan. Of course. A sound plan. For honor. Certainly. The light is my strength.
I am not afraid.
Wait till you see me in action.
Justice shall be done. The light is my strength. A sound plan. I stand for the light. For honor. Certainly. A sound plan. Of course. A sound plan.
Feel my wrath.
For honor.
I will try.
Alright? I'm coming through. Brilliant.
I'm here to help. Certainly. Of course. A sound plan.
Betrayer of the light. Foul knave. Justice has come.
Of course. From the father and the king. For honor. Certainly. Foul knave. For honor. Certainly. A sound plan. Certainly. A sound plan. Certainly.
You are past redemption.
Of course.
Betrayer of the light.
For honor.
Foul. Justice has come.
The light is my strength. A sound plan. I'm here to help. Certainly.